All right, good evening. Today is November 17th, 2025. P&Z work session meeting is called to order at 5:15 p.m. At this time, I'm going to ask for any public comments. If anybody has a public comment or general statement for anything tonight before we start, if you're here for a specific case, then you'll be able to discuss that at that case time. But does anyone have any comments? If you do, please limit that to 3 minutes. Please come to the front, state your name and city of residence for the record.
All right, my name's Ken Lutz, that's spelled L-U-T-Z-E. I'm got some property on Old Howard Road, and I just got some basic concerns that you all might be able to answer, or maybe you're not prepared today to do that, but I'd like to have those addressed at some point. You know, does the city really need to annex this property? According to the EDC's own website, they have about 2,000 acres already shovel ready. And you guys propose, or they propose to ask you guys to annex this and increase that by 50% just overnight. So, gosh, is that application really something that maybe you need to consider at this point?
Well, one thing we'll do when, I think, Christina, this is your presentation. One of our planners will give the presentation. And once you hear that, and if you don't mind, you will have another time to make any public comments.
Sure.
Come back up and state those, and hopefully she can answer most of your questions during that. Basically, it's a zoning issue just for tonight. But what I do know of the case, and I'll hear more from her in a few minutes.
Okay. But the zoning issue comes up after the annexation, right?
That's correct.
Yeah.
Yeah. So let's let her give that presentation in just a little bit, and you'll hear more of it and hear more about.
I step up too early?
No, yeah, maybe a little bit, but you can always step up anytime.
Okay.
And so let's do that, and then after her presentation, if there's something that's not answered in your mind, please come back up and we'll get her to answer that.
That would probably be better because, I do have another item too. So.
Okay, we'll do that. Thank you, sir. So there's no other public comments. I'm going to turn the meeting over to Assistant Planning Director Jeff Fisher for his presentation. Mr. Fisher.
Thank you, Chair Rhodes, members of Planning Zoning Commission, City of Temple. So tonight I'll just give a quick overview of the cases, and the case managers, planners are here to present, and then just a summary of the items that had went to council last time. And so we'll start with the cases tonight. John, if you want to pull up the slides there. That should be under in the staff conference folder. That's okay. Yeah.
Oh, crying out loud.
No, it's okay.
Why is this one on the screen?
That's okay. I'll just get started on the cases here.
I know what I did.
That's okay. So the first one, this is on consent tonight. This is a subdivision replat. They're dividing one lot into 4 lots for future development. So this would be at 704 South 28th Street. Since it's 100 feet wide and they're cutting it into 4 lots at 25 feet, this would just be, the only use that would be allowed would be twin homes. So that's what they're going to do. Cheryl Maxwell, our principal planner, will present that if necessary after, but again, that's on consent. Okay. Oh, okay. Yeah, and we're gonna come back to that in a minute. Next case is let's see here, is the zoning case. So this is, Christina's gonna present this one. This is a rezoning that was associated with a recent annexation. It's on the parcels. This is the Synergy Park that's owned by TEDC. So that's what they're developing. So tonight it's just the associated zoning that is with the annexation. The annexation has already gone to council. Okay, and then our third case, you're familiar with this one. This is Palladio Enterprises. Came back a little while ago, and Palladio had done a conditional use permit to allow the polymer chemical manufacturing, and so now they want to expand to the southwest on that last piece that they own, and so that that's going to trigger a PD because the current LI zoning doesn't allow a conditional use option there, so they're going to do a PD, and the PD will bring that in. Jason's going to talk about that one. So I think that's pretty much it. And then the last one is the conditional use permit. Used to be a truck stop, or was going to be a truck stop, got approved, was never built. Applicant wants to sell that, look for highest and best use on the land. And so that would, it's agricultural and commercial right now, and it would go to all commercial and remove the CUP. And so there's no, as far as I know, there's no intended use at this time, but eventually we'll sell that to someone and do something for commercial. And again, Jason will go over that. So those are the cases tonight. Okay, so now we'll open up the council workshop slides. Okay, and so our first case, this is the one that had the packaged liquor store on Avenue M. And so you all had recommended disapproval, 6-0. City Council recommended to approve 4-1. Mayor Davis voted against. And so that was presented at the November 6th council meeting, and it's going in 3 days on Thursday for a second reading. So as of right now, the vote is to approve the package store at that location on Avenue M. Next slides. Okay, and then also zone change update for you at 4181 Tower Road. This was recommended approval by you all, 9-0. This is associated with another annexation in that area, and that's going to City Council on November the 20th, this Thursday. So those are your updates from City Council. And then just at the end, I just wanted to give a quick update on the Unified Development Code for you. And so we had a workshop at City Council to talk about phases 1 and 2. We met with TABA. We had a virtual meeting with the sign consultants and a public stakeholders meeting on October 30th. Next page. So basically, this is a lot of information on our schedule, but the good news is we broke down the UDC update in 6 phases. So this is our urban development code for the whole city. It looks at zoning, subdivisions, and signs. It was last updated in 2010. So it's been about 15 years. And so we're looking with our consultant, Whitesmith the Casino, looking at updating that. And so we've already had phases 1 and 2, the signs and the agency roles. That's gone all the way through. TABA's reviewed it. We've had a public meeting already. And so I think at some point in the new year, we hope to bring you phases 1 and 2. I think I can confidently say that. The last 4 are going to be I guess the more intense ones, or the ones that are a little more complex. Subdivisions really affect everybody. That's really before you can move into a home. you're extending water and sewer lines, so once there's money involved in finances, engineering standards, those are gonna take a little bit more time. Same with the zoning districts, and then the development standards, those are things like fencing standards, lighting standards in the city. That too will come back probably next year. So we will give you an update shortly. I'm working on a revised schedule right now with our Assistant City Manager, Ms. Smith, and we should have that to you fairly soon. But the good news is it is moving along. And like I said, the first two phases are already through the initial public consultation process. So if anyone has any questions, and otherwise we can get started on the P and Z meeting.
Very good, thank you.
Thank you.
One thing I wanted to bring up to the commissioners on the board, if you did not know, Chairman Kraus, she was chairman last year, and Commissioner Kraus sent a letter on November the 4th resigning her position after 4 years on Planning and Zoning Commission. I'm resigning my position effective immediately due to personal reasons. I cannot straight strongly enough what a privilege it has been to work with Brian Chandler, Kathy Gover, Cheryl Maxwell, Jason Deckman, Kyle Nuttall, and others. Always willing to advise and assist and keep things running efficiently in our boards. Kudos to all of those with your recent award that received at the October APA TX conference. And so I just wanted to make that for record so all of you would know. So we do have one open seat. There's a couple not here tonight, but I wanted to let everybody know that, and we'll put that on record. Tonight, now let's see, we're going to hear from Mr. Atkinson regarding affidavits.
Commissioners, for the record, no affidavits to abstain have been received for this meeting. Is that correct? Thank you.
All right, any additional business? If not, we'll close the session and start back up in about 4 or 5 minutes.
Invocation and pledge.
I'm sorry, Commissioner Morales will do the invocation and Commissioner Jurasik will do the pledge. And we'll end the workshop agenda at 5:26 p.m. and we'll resume here in just a few minutes. John, is there any sign in up at the?
Yes, there's some back there.